What's going on, VC? Joachim here. Cheers to the weekend. I do hope all of you started 2024 on the right track. I didn't start on the right track because I've been beating myself up since my last video, which was Rob Walker's 2024 vinyl tag. And I had a big shout out to give in that video. I wanted to shout out Tommy from Tommy's Vinyl Knot channel, and I forgot that question, which was what was it, the favorite video that you did and the favorite video that you watched, and both of my answers to that question, they had Tommy's touch. So as a result, I put my brain to work and I come up with the idea to do this video, which might end up evolving to be a series of showings focus on specific countries. So Tommy is your guy if you like Finnish punk, hardcore, or if you're willing to explore that world. It's absolutely amazing. It's mind-blowing. Our country, with almost half of the population of New York, has so many fantastic bands. So that's what I'm going to do today. I am going to commit a crime against the Finnish language by trying to pronounce some of these. And I'm going to show you quite a lot of records. I'm going to show LPs only. I had to leave singles out and also LPs. So I pretty much picked 21 bands out of what I have that I think, to my limited knowledge, because I am the most unqualified person to, be talking about Finnish punk. To my knowledge, those are fantastic, all essential. Been familiar with Finnish hardcore since my very early stages into punk rock. Bands such as Kaaos and Ratus, they're like institutions within, the punk scene. Plus, the early Brazilian hardcore scene was so heavily influenced by Finnish hardcore that being it Portuguese, like Kaaos and Ratos. Everybody knows Kaaos and Ratos. You don't even listen to know Kaaos and Ratos to have understanding how important those bands are. So, hold on. It's gonna be a long video, so bear with me. It's a lot of records. So this is my understanding of Finnish punk. At least what it means to me, to the, within my limitations. I have a lot of notes here. All right, Finnish punk. Before we jump into this, gotta put these out here. Being a foreigner that likes Finnish punk, I think there's a misconception, because most people that I know that are non-Finnish, when they think of Finnish punk, they think exclusively Finnish hardcore. That's it, Finnish hardcore, yeah. Legendary Finnish hardcore. There's way more to that. Secondly, one thing that, I do like about Finnish punk, it's the language itself. Even though I do not understand, I can catch a couple, or I assume there's some meaning. I understand the meaning of some words, politica, it's politics, so that's good enough for me. But anyways, I know, just sounds good, just sounds good. And I do care about lyrics a lot, so I might have to learn Finnish one of these days. But anyways, let's start our Finnish journey. Well, 5 minutes for an intro, that's quite a bit. Anyways, first one up. Appendix, formed in 1981. They lasted until 1984. This is a comp on Honey Records, maybe 2000, 2001, 2002. And this compiles their first album plus the first single. This is, and originally came out on Propaganda Records, and their second one, which translates to Top of the Pops, came out on Rockorama. So this is, Appendix is like one thing that distinguished them from the most of those early hardcore Finnish bands. You can hear some Germs influences, and thrash. You know, they embrace thrash. It's a classic band, Appendix. You're gonna hear the word classic a lot in this video. Next one up, from the 1981, legendary Bastards. This is their debut, the first LP. Translates to Insane World. I'm gonna try this one. So this came out in '83. Propaganda. This is very heavily influenced by Discharge. You know, the year Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing era. It's fantastic. It's a classic. It's a must-have for any hardcore fan. If you are a hardcore fan that likes crossover, you should check this one out too, the Siberian Hardcore LP by Bastards. This is probably like 85, 86, and at this stage they do embrace American crossover. Fantastic. I might have to slow down here. It's a lot of records. Next one up, from the 1978, I'm showing you Ratus. This is the Poco Recordings. Poco, it's a well-known Finnish label. This is the recordings from 81, 84. Ratus, they are like an institution within the Finnish hardcore, pioneers. You know, what you know as Finnish hardcore means Ratus. And the next ones that I'm about to show, super fierce hardcore, but pretty interesting. If you go back to listen to their early singles, you know, they sound like a 77 Poco Punk band, you know, like what is it? Ratos on Rauta. It's a cover of the Skids TV Party. So yeah, classic band. Not TV Party, TV Stars. Next one up, an absolute classic. Everybody should own this record. Super cheap. This is a Havoc reissue. It's super cheap record and fantastic. Kaaos, they come from Tampere, which is often referred as like the punk town of Finland. Like, it was such a prolific city for punk back then. So this came out originally in 1984 on Barabas Records. It's probably the record that influenced the most the Brazilian hardcore scene. You know, bands such as Ratos do Porão and Olho Seco. You know, there's this claim that the lead singer from the band Olho Seco, his name is Fabio, if I'm not mistaken, and he owned a store, like the first punk store in Brazil, I believe in São Paulo. This guy, you know, he started to get all the Finnish releases from Propaganda and all that right from the beginning, and they became so influential. Yeah, this is, again, Finnish hardcore, as you know, classic, masterpiece. Next one up, I'm gonna show another Tampere band from the late 70s. All their material came out on Poco Records. This is a comp. Kohu 63, I have no idea how to say that. Sota 81, 82. This compiles the first single and the two LPs on Poco Records. Yes, and this is just fantastic. There's like great melodies. It's kind of reminds me like it's like pogo punk meets early Varukers. It's so good. I love this record. And again, I see these on sale beams all the time. Nobody picks up this. What are you doing, guys? Check it out. Next one up, from the 1980. Classic. Absolutely classic. This came out in 1983 on Propaganda. Tervet Kadet. This is probably one of the most tight hardcore bands ever, not just from Finland, but from anywhere. So tight, so well played. These guys can fit in like breakdowns in 50-second songs that do make sense, you know, that nothing that they did in this record and many others sounds out of place. It's absolute hardcore bliss. More than a classic. Check it out. Next one up, a band from 1977. So, Finnish punk is just not hardcore. Vandaalit translates to vandals, according to Discogs. So this is a, you know, from 77. They're heavily influenced by 77 UK punk. So I think like if you like Professionals, Vibrators, the Nips, early Vibrators, the Nips, and you love this. You just early. It's like 77 punk with a rock and roll drive to it. Great. Next one up, from the 1978. I bought this recently because I saw Tommy show this. I didn't know it was reissued, and I'm glad I did. It's fantastic. Lama. Yeah, Lama. The debut that came out in 1982 that is absolutely phenomenal is in this comp fully, plus a demo and EP. This is Lama. They were the band that made the bridge from that 77 raw punk style to the early Finnish hardcore. It's just beautifully, it's just like catchy, you know, perfectly played punk. Classic. You need Lama in your life. Next. Oh, this is fantastic. Kollaa Kestaa. Let me read this. Again, a band from 77. All their singles came out on Poco Records, and this is a comp with the 3 singles. This came out on Svart. I do not have their first full length, their debut, which is pretty fantastic. But these 3 singles are fantastic. This is very catchy and melancholic, you know, 77 punk. It's fantastic. You need this in your life. Another band from 1883. This is the reissue of their second EP. Pojasaka? I have no idea. You tell me. Kidutusta Yapelkoa. This is really good. You know, I have their first single too. I picked this one up because of the 12-inch format. This is amazing. Any one-way system and Partisans fan will love this. This is a banger. It rips. Great. These guys, they played from 85 to 87. Millenario. This is called 1985. And this is like perfect hardcore. This is like GBH meets Chaotic Discord. It's a banger right here. Look at those guys. You can tell they will mean business. Okay, 1977. Need a break. Absolute classic. So this is Pele Miliona and News. Came out on Love Records in 1978. This is a Svart Records reissue. Man, this is pure Pogo Punk bliss. This is amazing. This is, I was listening to this today and I was like, I think it's the first track. Mavan Pogon might be. That he has like a guitar lick that is a totally jilted John ripoff. So I think a great way to describe this record in particular, because Pele, it's like a well-known musician in Finland. He had so many bands. But I will describe this as Jilted John meets the cigarettes. It's fantastic. Looks like fantastic is the word of the day. Now we're gonna go back to 1978. I do love this record. I do love, this is fantastic. Sensuri. Ulina. This is amazing. One of my favorites for sure. You know, I will describe this as it's an odd pairing, but that's what they do, and it does make sense. It's like early Finnish hardcore meets power pop. You know, it's amazing. They even have a cover of the Vice Creams. Yeah, their song is 6A2226, which is a cover of the Vice Creams 001011212. It's amazing, classic. You need to check this out. Fantastic. Next one up, Pioneers. Pioneers of Finnish hardcore. Their full length came out 1983 on Rockorama. That alone should speak volumes to you if you're into punk rock. This is a compilation of the Destructions, which has the Vox Populi, plus a shit ton of material. Just classic. Destructions, I don't know. Tommy will tell me. Is an institution. Their sound can be a little bit rougher and you know, on a lower budget, let's say, than, you know, most of the well-known Finnish hardcore bands. But this is a classic. You need it. Check it out. Another fantastic record. This came out on 83 on Propaganda Records. It was reissued maybe 2-3 years ago on Puke and Vomit. Man, this is fantastic. For me, this is 013. I don't know how to. I don't know how to say it in Finnish. Taikaisin todellisuuten. Tenen. I don't know. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, this is just amazing. 77 punk, full of anthemic melodies, beautiful guitar hooks. Just great. 77 mid-tempo, catchy punk rock. Next one up, Poco Records, 1978. This band, they evolved to become a humongous rock band, but man, when I think Pogo Punk, I think of this record. Eppu Normaali, Hakene Pop. Man, this is fabulous, fantastic. Any 77 punk fans out here, grab one of those, of this. This is just classic. Eppu Normaali. Sorry, been here for a while. I need music to keep me going. All right. So we stop at Eppu Normaali, right? So now we're gonna go. I lost my cheat sheet. Let me go get it. I'm already providing very limited information, so without my cheat sheet, it would be even worse. And I want to play a decent tribute to the wonderful work that Tommy does, and to the country of Finland, because you guys do such an amazing deed to all the punk fans out there. Razzia from the 1977. This is their debut from 1979 on Joanna. This is just like catchy, energetic 77 punk. They even cover Stiff Little Fingers and The Clash. They cover Clash 48 Hours and Wasted Life by Stiff Little Fingers. So that alone should be should be motivation enough for you to go grab this record if you like early punk rock classic. Well, love this record. I'm just gonna read the hype sticker to you. You are staring at a piece of Finnish punk rock history. Original released on Poco Records, this classic record has been faithfully 24-bit mastered for vinyl from the original tapes and is fully authorized. Okay. Hippo Vis. Alpa Listia. Man, this is amazing. This is catchy 77 punk. Very Ramonesy, very Ramones influence, but there's some it carries some special melody. Look at these cool cats, these kids. You can tell they were having fun while playing punk rock. Check it out. Now, a band from the 70s. This release came out in 1982 on Joanna. This is amazing. Corrosio, Killa, Titot, y Marta. I don't know. This is fantastic. This is like 77 with a little new wave touch. They do use keyboards to give like a fuller body to their sound. It's great. This is punk, 77 punk, rock and roll driven, like Jerry Lee Lewis, Chuck Berry. Amazing. This is fantastic. Now, well, this is probably one of the most well-known Finnish bands. So this is just like, Finnish hardcore at its best. This is like very Discharge, Broken Bonesy influenced. I like them a lot. I didn't know which one to pick, so I'm just gonna show you this. 4. Restetit. Probably my favorite. Any of these will be a great introduction to Restetit and also to Finnish hardcore. And last but not least, I'm gonna show what, to my knowledge, a band that has been referred as some of the godfathers of Finnish punk. They're from 77, and this came out on 1980 on Joanna. Problems. It's great. It's just anthemic, pogo punk, fantastic. Katopoikia, I think it stands for street kids, if the internet didn't play a trick on me. I know this video, I ramble too much here. But anyways, this one goes to Tommy and also Mika, Dr. October. To you guys, your country continues to produce amazing punk rock, Tikiri. Just one of my favorite records of the year. I'm gonna do more videos focused on specific countries. Thank you for the inspiration, guys, and cheers. See you soon.